Hi, I'm here with Sam Van Leer. He's the founder and director of Urban Paradise Guild, UPG.
President and founder.
President and founder. And Sam is the next in my series of You Wow Me, Portraits of Inspirational People. Sam, tell us just briefly a little bit about Urban Paradise Guild, please.
Well, our job description is to change the world we live in into urban paradise. We change the world through what we plant, mostly native plants and trees and human edible. So everybody's got to eat, everything has to eat, and if we want to be surrounded by butterflies, we have to set the table for them. We have to make life possible for them. If we want to have healthy children growing up with good nutrition, we have to set the table for them too. So we're sitting here in the UPG Garden Center at Lemon City, and our long-range plan for this facility is to offer family gardens to 200 low-income families, each one 70 square feet, plus access to the food forest. Sister facility in Amelia, 300 families.
Now, Sam, I know a little bit about your organization because I had volunteered one day on one of your work projects, and I became very impressed with your mission. But I was also impressed with how this came about. Like, not your average person will just, quit whatever they're doing and start this wonderful nonprofit. Where did that come from? Why'd you do it? I mean, what's the motivation?
Well, it would really stink if Miami drowned.
Can you elaborate?
Sure. Well, Miami is considered to be the most climate vulnerable city on planet Earth. And we are more at risk to the effects of sea level rise, which is rising, of course, boosting future hurricane storm surge than any city on planet Earth. We are number one. And so we need to change how we live. We need to change from being a community of slackers environmentally to make sustainability a way of life here, to become a leader in sustainability for our own survival, because we're facing the biggest natural selection event in human existence.
What I'd like to get to the root of, though, Sam, is the concept of inspiration. And I think most of us are aware of this threat we have, especially living in Miami. Very few of us do anything about it.
Well,
where do you get that?
Sure. Well, first of all, my father is a physical oceanographer, so I'm a little bit ahead of the curve when it comes to understanding climate change and being willing to think about what we can do about that. So essentially what I was going through in my career change, I reached a point where I had to make a decision. Am I going to take this path or that path? Am I going to become an inventor who's focused on making money, making myself rich, or am I going to focus on saving Miami from drowning? And when I brought it down to that simple level, this choice was extremely easy. Saving Miami is more important. And so that's what started me on this path, because every single thing that we do, in addition to making the world a better place for us today, is all designed to fight the causes and effects of sea level rise and help everybody in the population become part of the solution. So there's a tendency for this sort of the sky is falling kind of mentality where people are focused on the problem, and the solutions that they talk about are usually big solutions, bigger than anybody can do. So you're not installing a wind farm in your backyard tomorrow, but you can come out and volunteer with us tomorrow, and you can start making the difference that you can make tomorrow.
And real briefly, can you summarize just a few of the accomplishments that you've been able to create?
Okay, it's important to understand what we do kind of in the big picture sense. We do urban forestry, helping wildlife through what we plant and also protect. Sometimes we remove invasive exotic plants and trees. We do urban agriculture, mostly focused on low-income families so that they can learn to feed themselves. And then we do nursery projects to provide our projects with the plants that we need to use. What we need to plant all comes out of our nurseries. And so accomplishments include we planted over 7,000 mangroves at Olida. Our current big project at Olida is approximately 2.5 acres, and we have planted at this time about 2,800 native trees and shrubs. That's just our current project. We remove millions of Burma reed seeds. Every day we go out and volunteer removing seeds, and our oldest volunteer doing that is 80 years old. she's awesome. So I could go on, but what we mostly want to focus on now is the garden centers, and we want to provide 500 low-income families, each with their own organic raised bed vegetable garden. That's 35,000 square feet of gardens for people in apartments. And then beyond that, to be able to help hundreds and hundreds of families grow their own food in their own yards. So what we're trying to do right now is to get support for a grant for $25,000 so that we can hire a master gardener who can help our untrained volunteers bring it to the next level.
Great. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Liam.